Good day, unlimited people. Sukh Bajwa here, speaking from Houston, Texas today. The reason for my communication today, basically, I just want to give you all briefly the benefit that I have gotten out of using the UYE system. Now, I realize that the UYE system is pretty extensive community and has an extensive set of tools that can help you. But I'm briefly going to just explain the quick benefit that I got out of using one of the first tools that you'll be exposed to when you come into the system, and that's mind mapping. Okay. Now, I do realize to live a conscious lifestyle and be aware of things, there's certain things that you have to control in your environment. You know, you have to control the food that comes into your body. You have to control and filter information that's coming your way, news, whatnot. You have to control your level of exercise. You have to control your attitude. You have to control your thoughts. Here's the interesting thing is, I thought I had a pretty good handle on things because I do have a good attitude and all that, and I thought I was controlling my thoughts. And then I got introduced to UIE and the concept of mind mapping. And in essence, what mind mapping is basically you take each one of your thoughts and you put it in a node. Here's the interesting thing that I found. First of all, I'll go into it. Someone once told me that there's room in your brain for about 70,000 thoughts a day. Unfortunately, what happens is most of your thoughts are just reoccurring thoughts because they're in here, they haven't come out, and there's no room for new thoughts to formulate. But the cool thing is I'm convinced as human beings there's no ultimate reality for us which is independent of language. By that, what I mean is being in the world for us arise out of language. So the mind mapping, the cool thing is so like I said, you have a node for each thought. So what it does is there's a couple of things. It gives you a visual display for your thought. It brings your thought into existence. You can now create a conversation based on that thought. You can keep the conversation alive because you can go back to your thoughts and refer to them at a future date. You now have a record of them. In a way, also, you're clean slating and you're clearing your brain for new thoughts. So remember I said that, we keep the same thoughts in our brain? Well, what happens now is now that you bring these thoughts into existence, you have them in a visual display, you've taken them out of your brain. So you've made a clean slate and you've allowed a clearing to now be able to develop further thoughts. But the beauty of how the system works is it's pretty well set up. So what happens is when you first come into the system, the first thing you're going to do before you get started with anything is you're going to create a map that's going to be called My Reasons Why I'm Doing This. And what that basically is, it's a map of, okay, why are you in UIE? Why are you here? What do you want to achieve? Are you looking for residual income? Are you looking to get out of a job you hate? Whatever. You're going to get those reasons down. And then the next step is you're going to create a life map. And a life map is going to be a map of your life with everything in it, all nodes. So that'll be everything from finances to family, whatnot. So what you'll do is you'll start to, the system works differently for everyone, but this is what I did. So you'll start to structure the life map. And then you'll, the next thing I would suggest is you create a pain map. So a pain map is all the thoughts and things that are causing you pain in your life. And then from there you go into your pleasure map, the things that give you pleasure in life. For example, one of the thoughts that I wrote down on my pain map was I wrote a node that said to move away from pain towards pleasure, and in the process to connect with my true being and discover my passion. So it was the thought I put in existence. And the funny thing is in going through this process, having that thought out there, a lot of that actually came true for me. And we'll get to that in a little bit here. Um, so now after you do the pleasure map, the next thing the system sets you up for is there's a profile question set up. And if you answer them in the order given and you take your time with them, the way they're set up is they're meant to make you be really authentic with yourself. And it really makes you think about who you want to be. You know, what do you want to be in life as opposed to what do you want to do, right? And then after the profile questions, what I would suggest is I went and created my life purposes map, and then I created another map that was called my purpose and principles map. And and then after that, I went back and I kind of finished up my life map. The life map is ever evolving, right? You keep adding nodes, and that's the great thing about the mapping software is you start out and then you can create further maps and add more and more nodes in. But let's not get too complicated on that right now. So the big benefit I got out of UIE by doing the mind mapping was it really helped me on a personal level with my relationship with self. So what happened is I was able to get extreme by going through the mapping process and the profile questions and how UIE set up. I was able to get extreme clarity on who I am as a human being. I never actually sat down and did that before. You know, I went through the self-inquiry before, and you ask yourself the questions, but by mapping it and putting it into existence and having it in a place where I could refer to it over and over and over again, I was able to actually get clarity with who I am as a human being. I was able to get some organization in my life. And then the big thing, the big benefit was I was able to get alignment. And what I mean by alignment was for the first time, I created a vision of what I want the world to be. It was a very high level vision. And in that, I created a mission. And my mission is, well, what am I going to do to have the world move into this direction? And then I came up with a specific purpose of kind of how am I going to act? What am I going to do day to day? And so that gave me an alignment in my life. And then I went back and obviously I've anchored all this back to my life map. So now going forward, what happens is no matter what I'm doing, I'm always going to be aligned with who I am as a human being. So things should naturally flow a lot better for me. But I want to thank y'all, Tom Miller, Hamish, the co-founders for that put UIE together. I want to thank Clayton Johnson because he's co-created a lot of it with them. I've talked on the phone over Skype individually with all the individuals. They're very helpful. I've spent hours with Clayton actually. On his profile, he actually says that he needs to work on his patience or whatnot. Far from it. Very, very patient individual. They have a support person, Alex Bond. I've Skyped with him. Everyone in the community has been helpful when I needed help and whatnot. So that's not an issue. But like I said, the big thing I got out of it was the alignment of who I am as a human being, what I want to do, and that's the big benefit for me. For the first time in my life, I actually have clarity in that, and it's given me peace of mind. Actually, peace of mind and a great sense of confidence. So that's cool. That's it. I'm gonna leave you now. I'm gonna put a display of what we just discussed, a mind map, so you have an idea of how the nodes and thoughts can be formed. So there you go. I mean, I created a mind map to let you know what benefits I got out of UIE. So I'll share that with you here in a minute. All right. Thank you all, and have a great day. Be unlimited in whatever you do. Take care. So this is the
mind map that I just wanted to share with you, where I formulated the thoughts that I wanted to present to you for my testimonial of the benefits I received from UIE, just so you get an idea of how you can compile these thoughts into nodes and whatnot. Anyways, that's all I had to share with you all today. Sukh Bajwa from Houston, Texas. I hope you enjoyed what you learned here, and look forward to seeing you on the inside. Y'all take care. Lots of love, Sukh. All right, bye-bye.